Hey Tom, so I decided it'd be easier to so typing it all out, pictures worth 1,000 words. I'm also going to include another video. I went to the courts and hit just a couple of practice whatever. Tried these two different things to see how they looked. So my big problem has been to get my elbow to go forward. I know you did a video analysis a few years back, and I was kind of doing some re-gripping, and my throwing motion just wasn't quite there. And so no matter what, like just going out there and doing like throwing drills and things like that, when I put the racket back in my hand and I go serve, I'd have a real pesky problem of this elbow just staying right back here. And it works okay for like spinning serves, but there's still not a whole lot of power on them, so it's just sort of a ba, and it really is kind of it was a chop move, bam, bam, like the racket would kind of slow or kind of stop here, or even hit my back here, like a two-part type thing. So knowing this for the last year or so, I've really honed in on this elbow action, and knowing like all the great servers get this elbow to come up like a good throwing motion, just like your simple advice is to cultivate a good throwing motion. Although that's not so easy for some of us who went down the wrong road and used more of a heaving. I just had a terrible serve when I was a kid, never had any instruction or anything, so I was sort of like doing that and probably keeping my elbow back and just not using a good throwing motion. So long story short is to, even doing this a lot with a lot of throwing motion type exercises, and then when I introduce the ball, then my elbow freezes back here. So I saw this drill which basically hitting the wrong side, and so kind of coming around and hitting the wrong side, of course not following through because that would break your elbow. But it's an extreme thing, but it makes it impossible for you not to bring the elbow forward. It should be interesting to see, and then switching to a forehand grip and then kind of doing the same thing, but this time making good contact with the ball. I almost think the forehand grip is better because it really starts to get that same thing. You have to almost get the elbow to come forward to then pat the ball, and then it's a little bit easier to make good contact with the ball, and then also still pronate to save your elbow from breaking. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. Sorry for the length of the video. It's like 3 minutes. It should have been only 30 seconds, but hope all is well. Thank you.